Hey crew, if you wear glasses, this one's for you. Switch up your look in a snap with top frames for every event and occasion. Pair has a frame to fit every face with 5 new wider base frame styles. Their growing lineup of frames has options for the whole family, men, women, and kids. My favorite feature of Pair eyewear is that they have these top frames. So you have your base eyewear, and then you can switch up your top frame based on how you're feeling, what you're wearing, and like we've already talked about this season. Make every look merry with Pair eyewear. Take advantage of Pair's holiday sale. Go to paireyewear.com and use code HOLIDAY20 for 20% off your first pair. And be sure to mention that Think Loud Crew sent you in the post-checkout survey. That's Pair. PAIR eyewear.com, code HOLIDAY20. Welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast. 3 moms, today it's 4, getting real with parenthood, relationships, and the WTF moments of our daily lives. Today we're going to get into it and talk about our intentions a little bit more and hear from y'all.
Yes. I'm excited. I really love that this app, or is it an app or...
It was like a link.
A link really worked this time because y'all did not respond to the horror stories.
Damn.
You know what's so funny? When you were talking about what's like, do you have a spooky story? I was like, what is a spooky story though?
We told our right there.
That was
spooky. The air just went on in here and the door just flew closed.
Okay, I guess that was a spooky story.
No, but I'm super excited to hear everyone's intentions that chimed in, and I feel like this is a topic that everyone can touch on and like really relate to. So I'm really excited to hear what y'all said.
I am too.
I'm excited.
I put it on my Snap and told my Snapchat family to come strong because Instagram
your Snap family.
My Snap family hold it down.
Snapping.
I had so many different
really
snaps like done,
through.
sis, done, I did it. So I'm just excited to hear what people are setting their intentions on this month. As we said in last week's episode, we really want to focus this month on setting our intentions and like holding strong to them. Mm-hmm. Another thing from last week we talked about was doing the vision board night.
I'm so excited.
So we found a place that we can do it. I'm literally on my email because she just emailed me again.
It's cute, right?
It's really cute.
Okay.
And what it is like a creative house to where you can come and instead of food, it's a menu of creative options that you can do. So there's like clay making, there's dry flowers that you can put together, there's drawing,
canvases,
painting.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to try to set a date with this place, and it would be on a Wednesday, which is a little funky, but it is what it is, but it's after like work time. And you would just come in. I feel like we would just have that same menu that they offer, but with the intention of setting your intentions through whatever like that creative thing is that you pick to do.
Creative cafe.
Yeah. So it's really cute. We're trying to figure it out as soon as possible for us to do it next month so that we go into the new year with our clear state of mind about what our intentions are.
I love it. I love this like whole topic that we keep going on. Like just even setting them that day that we recorded, I feel like myself like really going like forward with them, especially that one day of like living life with Kyle. That one day I feel like
wasn't that the same day?
Yeah,
what happened in living life?
We were like, we need to do more, live more with intention, be free, be spontaneous. And then Shannon and I were like,
You guys were spontaneous a couple days ago.
It was very spontaneous. I really felt good about that day because like I don't get up. And it's a blessing, too, to live spontaneously. Mm-hmm. But
Shannon was standing on chairs.
So they went, you guys aren't saying what you did.
Yeah,
so Kyle, prior to the episode that day, we were walking up the stairs, and Kyle goes, hey, do you want to be spontaneous with me? I'm like, sure. What are you talking about? She was like, there's a Burner Boy concert, and I want to go. I'm looking at tickets now. And I'm like, I am down. Like, how much are the tickets? Let's go. So literally after we done recorded, me and Kyle sat down. Shai said, peace out. Y'all have fun. Live your best life.
I couldn't go.
She couldn't go. She said, I got kids.
I got kids and a husband who
I
said
called
no.
my mom.
Right.
Mom, can you
Said
watch
no.
the kids, please? Watch my kid. I don't have kids. I have one kid. But anyways. Anyways, I got a babysitter, and we legit followed through. And Kyle went down to the box office, bought our tickets, and we were legit, you guys, I didn't realize.
I went on a
what
mission to go get those tickets, too.
Where Kyle was going to sit us. We were right there.
They were on the floor.
We were on the
I was
floor
like,
where the speakers were. We
How
heard
much,
the music.
how much were those tickets?
They weren't
Why
expensive.
are we asking that?
no,
Because they were
weren't.
floor tickets. I just wouldn't know
were
how
two-
much they
they
were.
were
Last
$200.
minute- Yeah, last minute
Yeah.
they were really
I think
cheap.
that's
And it was,
really-
you know what I also found out?
That's really good.
I think it was
Yeah.
really good.
Go
For where
to-
we sat,
If you go to the box office, they're cheaper. So, like, when I first went online, they didn't even show those seats that we ended up getting.
No.
But the seats, they were more expensive online with more fees, processing
Yeah.
fees, other
Kyle
set of
said,
taxes.
hell no. She said, where is this place? I'm going to it.
I said, I'm going to go.
Well,
Yeah,
people
that's
did that.
smart.
People did that for the Drake concert. They went to the box office like same day, and you could get
is
affordable
that,
tickets.
is that how
No, it
you
was
buy your
so
tickets? How you
funny.
should buy your tickets?
She taught me
apparently-
something because I bought
She
those
could-
straight concert tickets and it was like $1,000 extra in fees probably that we
Yeah,
paid.
no.
Yeah.
When I first looked online, remember afterwards it was like 500 and something after all
Yeah,
these
it was-
fees.
Yeah.
And it was like an extra like $69 per person.
Per
person,
ticket,
yeah.
Convenience.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Because you get it in your email.
I'd
Literally,
rather
no matter what, you
not.
still get it in your email.
Yeah.
And it was funny because when I went down there, one of Zach's best friends, who is Nigerian, he was in front of the box office, and as I was walking up, I was like, I know this stance. Like, I know who walks like that. Ew. And I was like, is that Spencer?
Not you having to throw out that he's Nigerian.
Well, it was right.
Name drop.
Right. And no, 'cause I don't have a lot of like Nigerian friends who live in Los Angeles. Like they either live in like
I feel like they're here.
in London, or they're like
Yeah.
they're based in Dubai, or they're based like in other places on the East Coast. Not necessarily. I just don't know
Not
where
necessarily
they're
here.
out here. I just don't know where they are. But I was laughing because I was like, there goes my one of my Nigerian friends in LA. Also at the box office.
He didn't have to pay them fees either.
Yeah.
No, but it was hilarious because when we were leaving the concert, it was like him and like 10 other like
Legit.
Nigerian
They're here.
Hello,
And I was
They're here because when I was at Chris
I was
Brown
like,
and Little
I'm
Baby,
dead.
they
was
were all
like,
behind. They
where
were
are
all
you?
there.
They were all there.
They were all there. They just didn't have emotion during the concert. They just stand there
I'm
with their
done.
headphones in.
Huh?
I don't really listen.
All right.
Okay, we're done. Talk
We're
about-
done.
Yes.
We're done with your spontaneous night. Thank
But
you.
we
That
had
was
fun.
great.
It was great.
I want
Yeah.
to get into the intentions that you
Intentions.
guys sent in. So, Travis.
Trav Daddy.
My intentions are to be more positive
I know this
and
voice.
mindful of other people's feelings.
Okay,
I'm from
Sabrina.
Snapchat.
She's still
My
going.
name is Monet Lee.
Oh,
Monet.
money making Monet. That's what I call it.
I got so distracted by her voice that I actually didn't listen to her intention. I can't lie.
But to take other people's feelings into
My
consideration.
intentions are to be more
More
positive
positive.
and mindful of other people's feelings.
I like that.
I'm from Snapchat, and my name is Monet Lee.
She's also my aunt.
Why are you watching my Snapchat?
I didn't know
From
she was even on
Snapchat?
Snapchat.
Right.
But
I like that. I like being more positive. I feel like anyone and we can all do that.
Mm-hmm.
And being more mindful of
Well,
people's feelings.
I think that's a big one because you never know what people are going through, and like just being mindful of like checking in and making sure they're okay before like
I agree.
Jumping in.
jumping in. I like those intentions.
All right. Thanks, Monet.
Lee.
Hey ladies, love listening to you. Massive fan from overseas. Anyway,
Oh, thanks.
yeah, my intention for the rest of the month and like for the rest of the year really, and into next year, let's just say forever, would be one to prioritize my relationship with God, to set time aside in my day to just meditate on His Word, And the second one would be to prioritize self-care. At least once a week, do something for myself, by myself, without any outside noise and without having to think about work and my partner or anything else. Just time for me.
Wait, these intentions are really making me.
Are you okay?
I know, I love them.
I should be writing them down
No,
so
I
I
love
can apply
this.
them to my
I
life.
love-
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this again
I like this.
because
Yes.
I like what she said.
She
a
said.
lot.
I love that she said that prioritize her relationship with God. I feel like that's so. Yeah, like she said, forever. She was
I
like,
love how she kept building up
she's
to
like,
it.
wait,
She said this month. Oh, next year. Going into next year. Okay, forever.
forever. But those are good ones. I like that.
I like how it's like, as we're starting to hear this, it's not just like just for right now, like a momentary thing. Where I know for me, it was like, oh, I'm trying to purge so I can move into this house. But just in terms of intentional living, like, these are forever things that you can, like, bring into your world. So
Yeah.
let's play another one,
Yeah.
Travis.
I thought that was really good.
I liked her.
My intention is to be warmer and more open in my interactions with strangers. I think a lot of times I tend to keep my head down when talking to strangers, but I notice that when I do engage in open conversation, it typically lifts my spirits and theirs as well. So I intend to do that more.
That's great.
That's
I
a
like
good
that.
one.
It's
That
just
is everyone. I'm like, why didn't I say that?
Mine would
Right.
be not as good. Yeah,
Like,
that's
no,
a good
that
one.
was
and like
good.
sharing a smile with someone, like I feel like he said, when you open up, it makes other people feel seen or give that opportunity to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, being warm. It's not necessarily being nice. Like
Warm.
it's just being warm. It's kind of inviting.
I feel like
Makes
I
you
could
feel
work
good.
on that because
Being
I'm
more inviting.
to strangers. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely like, you stay over there, I'll stay over here. So I probably have that same thing of like not making eye contact or kind of keeping my head down because
You don't want to engage.
Yeah, no, and it's
Yeah.
not to be rude, but I think I'm just so protective of like my space
And energy.
and
yeah.
energy that I don't know how to allow new energy in, but that's not good. Like that's not like, to me that's not a good way to have a perspective or an outlook on life.
But when you do, if you were to, like, open up to a stranger, does it make you feel good inside afterwards, or does it still kind of like? Do you
I
have
think
like
I have so much anxiety towards it that I probably couldn't even get to the point of feeling
Looking up.
good because I'm just already like, what are you gonna do to me?
You
or what
expect-
intentions do you
Right,
have?
like, what
for
are
me?
your intentions
for
with
me?
coming over here? You know what I mean?
What are your intentions? Why do you
Yeah.
want to speak to me?
Yeah. So I think I'm
Apprehensive.
already so like that I can't even get past to the other side of it. So I like hearing that perspective
yeah.
of someone else saying, okay, I intend to be like warmer and to look up and to engage because you just never know what can come from that, which
From
is
being
true.
engaged.
And that's so true. I agree. Even like in one of the jobs that I'll do occasionally, like there's moments where you meet, like there's a bunch of strangers, you know. And even though there's a service provider, there's times where like I've engaged. I've left with song list, things to look up, or just like here's some new information. And it's like if I wasn't open to these experiences with strangers, like sometimes I wouldn't learn or I wouldn't know the things I know. So like, yeah, I like hearing this because I would love if you were like more open to other things because you never know what you'll receive out of it. You know?
Yeah. I've definitely learned that in my field of like work.
Yeah, but it's
Having
also
to.
sad because it's like, why do we get so scared of strangers sometimes? Like, you know, we've been conditioned or like to be apprehensive or to be like, what are your intentions?
Skeptical
Or, yeah,
of
you're just here to
people.
use me or like take advantage. So,
Sometimes when you have bad experiences, they make you feel like that. You question people.
Yeah. All right. Let's hear the next one.
Okay, so I wanted to craft out some like really well thought response for my intentions for the month, and I just have not had the time to do so. So I'm just going to share a few things that I'm actively working on. And one of those is to stay in constant prayer that the desires of my heart are aligned with the will of God, and that in any way that my desire contradicts his will, that his will wins and my desire ends up taking the back seat and just like completely diminishing. Because oftentimes you can like want something so badly, but then you realize that the root of that want is not rooted in, it's like, what is that rooted in? You know, like, what is the root of your deepest desire rooted in? So doing the work backwards and figuring out, like, where does this desire come from? Where does this need come from? Am I experiencing lack, and is that why? Or like, what does that look like? And in doing so, practicing contentment is key, because lack is the true thief of joy. And when you can properly focus on being satisfied right where you are and understand that satisfaction is a gift and contentment is a gift, that no matter what you do not have does not matter. So just focusing on those things this month, and having heavenly perspective, because it gets crazy out here. Like, it literally gets to the point where you're like, oh my God, everything's wrong. What am I supposed to do? Or like, this happened, there's a war going on, all the people are dying. Like, it's really tragic things that's happening all across the world. So to just continuously, there's Malachi in the background. So just continuously asking God, like, Lord, give me heavenly perspective on everything that's going on. Give me heavenly perspective on my marriage. Give me heavenly perspective on how to talk to people I don't agree with. Give me heavenly perspective on ending relationships with friends. Whatever that looks like, having heavenly perspective instead of the perspective that I am able to see based on my very narrow view of life. So if that makes any sense, those are all my intentions for this month. So just staying content, satisfied, realizing where joy comes from, and focusing more on heavenly abundance than earthly lack.
And that was her not thought out one.
Right! What was right? So what's the one after you think?
That was amazing.
I feel like you might have been the only one that knew really what was going on.
I feel like Remy
It was a
missed
lot.
her
Remy?
calling
Yeah.
and needs to open a church.
Yeah.
Anyone else vote for Remy to open a church?
I
She
told her
needs
that
a
the
ministry
other
of her
day.
own.
I told her that the other day. I was like, Remy, you are just so heavenly.
She needs to be a speaker.
When you speak, it's just so touching.
I just feel like I have to listen.
You don't even, she speaks with grace. And it just like, you shut up and you're just like, wow, like, let me just.
She's very captivating. when she
Yeah,
speaks.
I got that. And you
Yeah.
guys know her?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my best friend.
Okay.
And my godson Malachi in the back. I heard his little voice.
Thank you, Remy, for
Yeah.
sharing your not thought out intentions for
Imagine
this
if she
month.
like had
Imagine if she
time to plan out like a speech or a sermon.
Here's my dissertation.
Literally,
All I said was to be present.
right.
Hey crew, if you wear glasses, this one's for you. Switch up your look in a snap with top frames for every event and occasion. Let your holiday spirit shine with seasonal styles that slay, pun intended. This jolly assortment features snowy scenes, classic plaids, Yuletide activities, and your favorite festive hues. Pear has a frame to fit every face with 5 new wider base frame styles. Their growing lineup of frames has options for the whole family, men, women, and kids. It's easier than ever to find your perfect pair also. With virtual try-on, you can find the right frame shape for you from the comfort of your home. Pear's quality frames are built for everyday durability and versatility, so they are the only glasses you'll ever need. Save on traditional glasses, markups with base frames that start from $60 and top frames at just $25. Get free standard shipping on all orders and a flexible 30-day return. My favorite feature of Pear Eyewear is that they have these top frames. So you have your base eyewear, and then you can switch up your top frame based on how you're feeling, what you're wearing, and like we've already talked about, this season. Make every look merry with Pair Eyewear. Take advantage of Pair's holiday sale. Go to paireyewear.com and use code HOLIDAY20 for 20% off your first pair. And be sure to mention that Think Loud Crew sent you in the post-checkout survey. That's Pair, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com, code HOLIDAY20. Wait, I'm hearing this theme of just like not just being more in tune with God, but like submitting to God and like releasing even your own thoughts, wants, desires for yourself. Because it's like, it's not up to us. We are literally God's vessels, and it's like God powers us up, and we're doing all these movements. And sometimes what you want is not what you need, or what you desire is not good for you. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we've all been there where it's like, you know, you've had to learn how to release something that even you may like or enjoy just because it's not in line with what God wants for you. So it's, I needed to hear that little reminder.
I love that I keep hearing these remarks of like, my intentions is to giving myself to God, because I feel like when you're ending your year, I feel like you realize more and more like, oh, like my plan is not my plan anymore. Mm-hmm. It is strictly God's. I can't control every little thing. So I think that's why it keeps touching me to hear these intentions, because like you're just realizing like, damn, we have to give it up to the Lord. We have to give him his work. It's not our work.
As Boss says, Mom, you're my sister because God is our dad.
Oh,
and I'm like, I'm not your sister, Boss. But he goes,
and that's when you
Boss
doesn't know everything.
No, you're not my real sister.
You pop him, but no, I am your mother.
Yeah, he's like, in the eyes of God, we are all brothers and sisters, and we're all supposed to be working together. And I'm like, but he goes, I know you're my mom. Like, okay.
I think what stood out with Remy said to me was when she talked about being happy with what you have, like in that moment, and not always thinking about how you want more or want different or have less than something else. So I think just being satisfied in that moment of being happy, I think that sticks out to me.
Like gratitude.
Yeah, gratitude. Yeah. All right, Travis, you ready?
Hi, Cheyenne. It's Maria from Snapchat, and one of my intentions is to stop procrastinating. Like, I'm not big on procrastinating, but sometimes it's like, I don't feel like doing that right now, so I'm going to get to it, and then I'm going to get to it, turns into tomorrow, and then tomorrow turns into the next day. Like, so one of my intentions that I've really been working on is doing what I said I'm going to do and stop procrastinating and putting it off for a later time and then never getting to it.
Yeah. I struggle with procrastination, so
yeah.
I think we probably all do.
I think I need to write "live with action" on my mirror.
I think that's a good one, because I for sure fell through with that this week. I was like, oh shit, I know how to do things. I don't because like she said, you like, oh, I'll do that today. I'll just do it tomorrow. I did all the shit that I was supposed to do maybe 2 months ago in one day. That's it. That's it.
I am powerful.
Right. I can do anything.
Yeah,
procrastination is huge.
It is a big one.
You definitely procrastinate.
I do procrastinate.
She might be the queen. I didn't want to call you up, but since you did first, I feel like I can't.
I am very aware of my procrastination.
Real quick,
but
she's
I'm
supposed to be
also
cleaning.
Yeah.
The other day, I called, hey, are you at the house? You cleaning? No, me and Mom are on the couch binge watching. We about to order food. I was like, do you really want to move in?
I don't need you to know. What are we doing?
So this was the day after I was spontaneous with Shannon, and then I was like, I think I'm getting old.
So you needed to recuperate.
I had to relax.
Yeah.
Man, but then the next 2 days, we hauled ass at the house. So
one thing that helps me with procrastinating that I've learned to do, and I've talked about this on the podcast, is making lists.
Yes. I'm a notepad type of girl.
I could do lists all day, and I love the feeling at the end of the day where I'm like, check,
crossed it out.
Did that shit, bitch. Handle that shit. Yes.
I went and ordered 2 new gel pens because I saw
Are you going to use them?
I am. I
got myself a pencil case and everything. Robin had this cute. She had this cute pen and his notepad, and I was like, I'm tired of writing notes in my phone. I just keep writing notes. I was like,
No, writing it
pen.
down.
Writing it down
Yeah,
helps.
like
No.
She got fancy pens in the
let's
pencil
see a
box.
sheet.
Let's see
yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
I
I
believe
love
in me
that.
too.
I bought
Next.
God is
myself a
gonna grant me
calendar.
this ability.
That's what
to,
I wanted to get,
I
like a
bought my-
big,
I bought for my fridge. I bought 2 calendars, a monthly calendar and then a weekly calendar.
Love it.
And it's like a dry erase board type of thing on
Yeah.
your fridge. So I haven't started yet. I just got it from Amazon, but like, yeah,
Is it one of the clear ones?
yeah.
Ooh, I saw that on Amazon. Those are cute.
Yes.
Super cute.
But
so
you know what
my
I
kid saw it and he was like, "Mom, I'm so excited! So I can write down like, yeah." I was like, "What happened through the week? We can write down
love
hockey.
it.
We can write what we're
Yeah.
doing, so we can visually see it every morning."
Yeah, no, I love that. I saw that.
So yeah, I feel like that's me trying to help my
keep
my-
those
your-
support
your-
the
Yeah.
intentions.
yes my intentions and getting things done.
All right.
I'm here
All
for
right,
this.
let's hear the next one. I like that
Hey
one.
guys, so I have a few things that I have been intentional about. The first thing that I feel like is the most important one is I have been intentional about my prayer life. I've been intentional about waking up each morning with gratitude, with praying, with seeking God first, and also throughout the day. So like before I respond to certain people, before I respond to certain situations, I am praying so that God can show up before I show up. And I've been very intentional about not speaking any idle words to myself, to my kids, to my husband, to my life, to situations. So, for example, I'm not saying, oh, I'm so broke, I can't do this, or oh, my business won't be successful, or my kids are bad, or my husband gets on my nerve. Not saying that those are the things that I was doing, but I'm just being very intentional about how I speak to myself, how I speak of myself, how I speak to my kids, how I speak to my husband, how I speak of my life. Just really been intentional about my perspective of life. And so I'm not speaking any idle words. I'm not complaining about anything. I'm choosing to be joyful. I'm choosing to be happy. I'm choosing to be grateful. And then I've also been intentional about just being productive, being more productive. You know, we have 24 hours in a day. There's a lot of things that I can do. And if I don't get to it that day, that's okay. But I know that I was intentional in setting my goals and accomplishing my goals. And then I've also been intentional about my quality time, spending time with my kids, spending time with my husband, spending time with my sister, spending time with my mom, and just really basking in those memories and setting intentional time so that I can put away phone and just be in a moment. Because life is too short. Life is very short. And so I've been intentional about how I show up for me in my life, how I show up for my family, how I show up for my kids, how I show up for my business, and how I show up in my spiritual life. And so those are some of the things that I have been intentional about. Those are some of the things that I have been intentional about.
I like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love how she spoke too.
Me too. I felt like that was another one I was
Yeah.
just listening.
Mesmerized.
It was
Yeah.
nice because she gave different examples of like how she is showing up or being more intentional in different facets of her life, which I feel like we can all, you know, take a little
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
the gym
Yeah.
away from her.
I like the speaking, what you speak to yourself, how you talk to
The
yourself.
idle words.
The
yeah,
idle words.
I never.
I feel like I deal with negative thoughts a lot and I have to retrain
Yeah.
myself to not.
Let
And
those
that's
intrusive-
hard.
Yeah, I
Take
didn't know what it was
over.
called. So when she said, I was like, oh yeah, so that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
idle words.
it's so easy to get in your
Intrusive
head.
thoughts.
And put-
Intrusive thoughts,
yeah, put yourself down or whatever.
It is.
Because life has definitely been lifing lately.
Yeah. When is life not lifing?
Man.
You know, I feel like they never told us that it never stops.
It never stops.
Like,
No.
You get over one thing and it's like, all right, on to the
12
next.
more.
Yeah.
I think it just,
Double team
yeah.
now. Do it again. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what? Can we breathe for a second?
Yeah.
No.
I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, life just keeps going and just keeps. Can you handle that? Can you handle this? Now, what's this?
Gotcha, bitch.
Life is really like
I
that.
made it.
Literally, you'd be like, I can get
It's
up
like
now.
that meme meme with the dog where it's like, I'm dead, I'm alive, I'm fucking shit up. That's how I feel every day of my life.
Then everybody's like, Jesus, please take the wheel.
Please.
I'm dead. That's literally, I'm dead. I'm alive.
Yeah, no, that's constantly me. But I want to do everything she just said. Me too. Ditto.
Amen.
Same. Everything you said, same. The husband shit, the kid shit, all of it. The business, same.
Prayer.
The prayer.
I've definitely been trying to be more like deliberate with praying in my life.
Yeah. All right, let's hear it.
So my intention is to listen more, speak less, and I'm from Snapchat.
Come on,
Yes.
Snapchat family. Come on.
You guys are making Shy so happy.
No, you really are, because I be on Snap talking to myself, okay?
They're
all
listening.
day. 24 hours in a day, I'm on
listening.
Snap from the second I wake up to the second I go to sleep. And I just really like that I don't feel like I'm alone.
That's real.
Yeah.
Cheyenne started me on Snapchat.
I have so much fun on there. Those are my people. If I could have a party and invite everybody from my Snapchat family, I would. Everybody from Snapchat, come over.
Do you ever like respond back personally to people?
All the time.
I started
have
doing that
real friends
recently.
on there.
I started doing that recently, and I was like, "Am I overstepping?"
She's
And
more to the Snapchat family. She's more to the. I be on there like, wait, I gotta go back. I'm at my friend messaged me earlier.
I still need a lesson.
You need a Snap school tutorial.
After Brooke was like, it was initially a messaging app. I was like,
Yeah. But okay, we're getting off topic. I like to speak less.
I need that.
Listen
In
more.
here, listen more.
Yeah, I talk a lot.
I think that
Robin looked in, Kyle.
I think that's true. Like in all relationships, whatever. I feel like letting people say what they need to say instead of having a solution for them or having your thoughts on what they're telling you. So just listening instead of like responding. I think that's
Active listening.
active listening.
Yeah. All
I
right.
think that's important.
Okay, next one, Jarvis.
It's my intention to have genuine grace for myself. I think our brains can be so mean to us, essentially, and cause us to engage in so much negative self-talk, especially with the pressures in society. And that negative self-talk blinds us from our own accomplishments and achievements. And so I want to work on truly having grace for myself and celebrating the positives, celebrating my accomplishments, celebrating my achievements, and just being nicer to myself.
That made me want to give myself a hug.
Yeah.
Like,
Aww.
I think it speaks to the last person who said about the idle
Idle
idle talk.
the idle talk. I think it's like that same. I mean, I feel like that's a big thing. Is what you are telling yourself constantly all day long. Eventually, like your body responds to it. You know.
Or you start believing your
Yeah.
intrusive thoughts.
Yeah. So, that's a big one. I feel like that. It's kind of like I feel like we're getting like a common answer of like spirituality, the self
Being hard on
talk,
yourself.
being hard
Hard
on
on
yourself. Mm-hmm.
It's yeah. Oh, sorry.
I don't know. I was gonna say it's amazing how like you guys like this platform really connects, and like you don't realize how many people really have the same thoughts as you and feelings, and it's amazing to feel like you're not the only one.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes you're like, oh, maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'm tripping, but no, like I love this.
Definitely have been able to find like a sense of community. I
Yeah.
would say, even in like moments of darkness, that have definitely helped be like, you got this, or keep going. Like the light is coming, the tunnel's this way.
Yeah,
so it's
no.
like it. I'm really happy that we have.
No, this community that we built is like so. It replenishes you when you're like Kyle said, when we're in our dark moments, and then I'll get a message in my DMs and like, girl, I went through the same thing. Like, you really inspire me. And those messages, you guys, are everything. Like, I got one recently from our last talk, and I was like, oh, thank you. I did that.
Aw,
So, and then, like, you know, and I'll respond, and people are like, thank you for responding. But I'm like, no, thank you for reaching out.
That's real.
So-
I'll be in my bathroom at 2 o'clock crying, talking to Stacy.
Oh, I talked to Stacey too. What up, girl? All right, Travis.
Goal is to be a world champion cheerleader.
Oh, is that Miss
Okay.
That's
Ryder?
my
That's her goal.
And
That's
then-
your goal.
What does the other word mean?
Which word?
The other word than the goal you were?
Oh, the intention.
Okay, what does intention mean?
Okay, so like for mommy, one of my intentions right now is I'm trying to be more present. So like if I'm hanging out with you, that means like our phones are down. Like at dinner time when we put our phones down and we talk about like how your day was. So that's one of my intentions. So like one of your intentions, maybe you work on like being a better listener.
Yeah, I work on being a better listener at school
Mm-hmm.
and at home, and I'm really working on trying new foods.
Trying new foods. Oh, I like
Like
that.
today, at school, I celebrated Diwali,
Mm-hmm.
even though I'm not Diwali. I don't celebrate Diwali, right, Mama?
No, you don't, but that's okay.
And there was Diwali food
Mm-hmm.
that one of my friend's grandmas made.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tried it and I liked it, but then I didn't really like it. And then I looked in, there was like little black balls. So I started to not really like it.
But you liked it before you looked at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was cool. So maybe, okay, so your intentions are that you're setting is to be a better listener at school and at home and to try new foods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. She said, I celebrated Diwali, even though we're not Diwali, right? We don't do that, right?
It's like,
I
ooh.
swear she looked at me like, we don't do that, right? It's like, no.
I love her little voice.
She's so funny.
Yeah, it was great.
I feel like that was the cutest teaching moment for you two.
I tried.
I think so.
You did great.
Yeah.
I want
You
to
did
have
really
this
great.
conversation now with Boz.
I told you guys to have the kids do this.
I know you did. I was in the moment. I was gonna ask. I was like, "How did you explain it to Ryder?" But I forgot to ask.
Okay, we'll do this again.
I probably wrote it on one of my phone lists and procrastinated. Just didn't get to it. Now I'm like, damn, I need to go have this conversation with Boz so I can hold him accountable for his intentions that I project on him. Like
The next day when she got ready for school, she was like, I'm going in with big ears. She was
listening today.
I'm listening today, baby. I was like, that's right, girl. It was fun for us to do, actually.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that
That's
was one of your intentions, to be present with your kid.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed a change. I've been more present with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not
Was
on
that
the
one
phone.
of your intentions?
It wasn't actually.
Was it something that
It was just
happened?
kind of it just kind of happened. Like I felt like they needed more quality time, and so like putting the phone down, not being on whatever social media, whatever, and like I've noticed that like the kids are doing so much better in school.
Yeah.
Like, not
But that's good.
but not that they were doing terrible, but it's like, oh, Hendrix was caught being good. Oh, oh, my kid got 100% in her whole class and no one else passed this test. And I was like, oh, that extra time you put in really does pay off. And it's the little things when you see it in your kids and you're just like, oh, I'm really doing that thing.
Yeah,
you know?
good.
They just want our quality time. They want, they want our presence. They want us to be, even if they're just sitting there watching TV, they want us. I know for Parker,
look at us.
he just wants
They want
to
breathe
touch, to touch me, to be there, to smell me.
Yeah.
You know, it's a boy thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
wants to
Because
be all
I
over me.
think
Yes. Oh.
my son thinks I'm his woman.
Yo, she had me cracking up the other day.
You're like, I'm not actually.
No,
but-
like Hendrix would be like, "Mom, all right, let's go to bed. Like, come on, like, come on, girl, yeah, let's go." And I'm like,
We're laying down. Okay,
We're not.
All right, hold my hand.
She had me cracking up.
yeah, he won't sleep without me there.
Aw.
She was like,
That's a
girl,
mama's boy.
He sets up his little water cup next to the bed.
Yeah.
He grabbed my hand and it's like, let's go, Mom.
Aw.
It's time.
Hi guys, my name is Paris and I'm coming from Snapchat.
Hold on, please start that over.
Also,
Wait,
like
why do we have
Cheyenne,
two different women?
my intention is to be more present. So that means less time spent on my phone when my daughter's talking to me. Sometimes I'm just scrolling and saying, No phone when I'm watching TV because I like to watch movies and watch series and watch films and stuff and be scrolling my phone. I need to be more present. Even when I'm cooking or when I'm washing dishes, some sort of electronic device is on. If I'm watching my iPad, I'm listening to Alexa, I'm watching my phone. I need to be actually present in the moment and less electronics.
Yeah.
And less electronics because I've spent too many hours. If I tell you guys how many hours I spend on my phone each day, it's disgusting. So yeah, no more of that.
I was hoping she told us.
I know.
I
me
know.
too.
23 hours
I was
and
hoping she'd be like,
47
my
minutes.
screen time is.
Yeah.
17 hours. When do you sleep?
It is crazy. I feel like our generation is so technology based, and we do have our phones, and like kids have iPads and all these things. I feel like our parents' generation, they didn't have. We probably got on their nerves.
They don't even know they birthed a whole bunch of cyborgs. We're
Right,
basically
but I feel
cyborgs. We're just like,
But I do, I feel like I love hearing parents say the presence
Yeah.
because we're all aware of it.
Yeah.
We're all aware that we need to be
More present.
putting down our phones and like living in the
Engagement.
moment.
Yeah.
I like how she said when my daughter's talking to me, I go, and I'm so been there, done that.
Relatable.
Man.
Yes.
Until your kid
Yeah.
calls you on it.
Yeah. All right, Travis.
Intention is to just enjoy the small things.
that's real. Robin made some red beans and rice the other day and brought it to me. And Zaire, the daylight savings has my kids off.
We go to bed at
It's
6.
like they want to be in bed at like 6 o'clock,
to bed
and
at
I'm like,
6.
no, we gotta stay up. But Zaire, they were asleep by like 7 o'clock the other day, and he was up from midnight to 2:30 a.m. And at first I was like, oh Lord, like God, please help me right now. And I was all bent out of shape because I was tired. But Robin made some red beans and rice, and like Zaire went downstairs, and it made the whole moment like so much more pleasurable. Where I was like, I wasn't even stressed about him not sleeping. It was like, we're gonna eat this food that our friend brought to us.
Enjoy.
And we're gonna enjoy. So it's like, yeah, sometimes those moments that stress you out, like enjoy the silver lining or the good in it. Like
Enjoy that rice and beans.
enjoy that rice and beans.
First time.
It was such a
Put my-
small
It was
little
so good.
detail, but it changed it. Thank you.
Isn't it nice to have
Thank
a
you.
friend
A friend who cooks and
That can cook. Yeah.
that's about to be 2 blocks away?
yeah.
She
Whoa,
I
followed
love
me.
that.
Whoa, she me.
I
What's
love it.
up, Robin? All right, Travis.
I just love being like, I got the kids.
So my intentions is to spend more time with my boys. They are 12 and 10, and it's easy for them to get lost in their gaming or their phones, and I get lost in doing, my own thing with my work or, on the phone or whatever the case is. So my intentions this week is just to pull away from the devices and try to be a little bit more involved with them, especially since they're older. It's like I said, it's a little harder to do so, but that is my intention. And also, I am from Snapchat.
I'm just saying, the Snapchat family's taking
know.
over. I
Do-
just have to acknowledge that.
Do you reach out to your Instagram family?
Instagram
Or they're like
are
strangers?
mean.
Oh,
I
yeah.
honestly stay off Instagram because I feel like
They're bullies.
they're bullies on there, but Snapchat, them and my dogs. I'm telling you, I would have a
Look how
party
many-
for
look how many
everybody from
Snapchat
Snapchat.
people.
Those are
They're
my
really
people.
giving shy.
It's a different
I love that.
environment.
Ew.
All right, this week's intentions are to be more present within my marriage and my parenting. And also, this week's intentions are to be productive and to tackle my goals and not get distracted.
Oh, Zach.
He took me on a date that day to my favorite restaurant. He surprised me.
What's your favorite restaurant?
Houston's in Pasadena.
Oh,
It was great. And I was like, what are you up to? And then I heard him do his intentions, and I was like, oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
So he's being more intentional.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Zach's really been about his business lately too. Like he's been trying to really handle things. So I see you, brother.
We see you, Zach. I love that. I love that you came on and you did it and participated.
Yeah. Good job.
Supportive husband.
Proud wife. Good job. Good job. I like you. This week.
In this moment, right now, yes.
Being present, I like you in the present. No.
Yes.
All right, I gotta sneak off, but
I think that's a good response. Next time someone's like, how do you feel about me? I'm going to say overall or presently?
presently, I think you're great.
My intention for this next year is to laugh more than I cry and to spoil myself with love. I absolutely love the Think Loud crew. Y'all are amazing. Thanks for doing what you guys do. This is from Snapchat.
Woo! For Shy. I'm responding for Shy.
Insert Shy.
Right. Aw,
I like that, spoiling herself with love.
I know.
I like that. So that's like a form of self-care. Yeah?
That just made me feel like, girl, go get your nails done. I just looked at my nails. They're dirty.
I feel like
I need some love.
laugh more than cry. I feel like that's another.
I don't feel like I cry a lot.
Or cry, for me, I feel like I need to cry more and like stop holding in.
Yes.
Maybe maybe one of my intentions. I always put on a brave face.
It's okay, I think, to be more transparent, to be more, But I like how she said spoiling herself. I think we pour so much into everyone else around us that sometimes you actually need to be selfish and pour into yourself.
That's real.
With love, yeah. And love on yourself. I feel like that goes back to like speaking nice to yourself. I feel like that's a form of pouring love into yourself as well. So I just want to say like thank you to everyone who's like shared their intentions with us. I feel like that's a very personal thing. And to hear everyone's voices and like
it's cool hearing people's voices.
It just like to hear our community is so dope to me, and like to hear that people, are like on our wave.
Yes.
So thank you for responding and sharing your personal experiences.
Yeah. It's also cool because it's just like I feel like sometimes you're just, I'm in my own world, or I'm so different from everyone else, or my struggles are different. But it's like, no, we're all really just trying to figure it out
every day.
Yeah, every day. And it's, the challenges that you feel, you don't have to be isolated in your challenges. Like, there's someone else who is going through it. Someone else who is like...
People who you wouldn't think, you know?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time.
Like, and it's okay to be open about it. To seek help. So I like these intentions and going to a new year with setting them and crushing these goals and living life intentionally.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
I think it's hard sticking to it.
Yeah.
Like you can start it and you'll be like, yeah, okay, I got it.
That's true.
I think consistency is a big thing too. Like remaining consistent and doing it.
Yes, that is very true. I think consistency, once you start something, can be hard. And sometimes it's, like, easy to be like, oh, my God, it just doesn't fit in my schedule or like this. But it's like, girl, you got 5 minutes.
Yeah, there's time.
Yeah.
Or
it may not look how you want it to look, or it may not be in the setting you want it to be in, but it's like you still have... You have 5 minutes, so it's if you want to pray more.
Yeah,
you're gonna make it work. Like
a friend of mine recently on Instagram, she was like, "I challenge you guys like every day for like I guess till the end of the year. Essentially, like write down one thing like you're grateful for, you're thankful for, or you're appreciative of, whatever." And just like I started it, and I was like, it takes literally 3 minutes, like every day. Just like it could be the smallest thing, but it kind of like just like it's a good release. It makes you feel good, and it reminds you of everything that you do have to be grateful for, appreciative of, you know?
Maybe we should do like a gratitude challenge.
Yeah.
Could be something. Just a little you know.
Good.
I said it could. It could. It could. It's cool. You guys want to wrap it up? You guys want to hear another one?
Wrap it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to everyone that shared their intentions. There were so many more that I'm trying to figure out what we can do with Trav Daddy to share
How did
some
he
of
get
them.
this nickname?
It was appointed to him, I've come to find out. And he's not a dad. He's not a father yet.
So Zaddy.
Trav's
It's not Zaddy, it's his daddy.
It's Daddy.
It's Daddy.
And I feel like he made that clarification.
Yeah.
He was like, no, it's not Trav Zaddy. It's literally just Trav Daddy. Like,
Oh.
and I'm like, okay.
Someone's daddy.
Hey. I'm like, okay, wait.
Okay, let me
I
be
need
serious.
to be serious
now. Okay.
I think it's just funny because he's right behind that door. And we're still going. No, but I thank you all for sharing. I want to talk to Travis and see if there's a way that we can like share some of the recordings or other intentions, like in a reel or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, just because there were so many, and like I do want other members of the community to feel like you participated, you engaged, and like we do hear you, and yeah, we hear you. So thank you guys for doing that.
Yes.
I'm very thankful. Yeah, I'm just thankful to have this platform and to connect with other people.
Yeah.
And to be able to share and have some accountability now so I can
That's
work
what I was
on
gonna
my
say.
procrastination or my listening or, you know, my relationship with God.
Having accountability partners are important as well.
Yeah, it's real.
I feel so empty over here.
I know. I'm like, do you want to move down?
Where'd you go?
Okay, let's wrap this up, y'all. Do you guys have a WTF or any words of advice for our listeners this week?
I wish I had a WTF. I want like something funny to say.
You're like,
but I don't have one. Like my kids have been so good this week.
I guess oh my God, I have a WTF from last night. I almost freaked out last night.
What happened?
So yesterday, okay, well, first of all, I realized I haven't really introduced like bread to Zaire, which I'm like, he's had bread, but he had never had Hawaiian bread.
Orange bread.
He was like, more. He kept saying more on. And I was like, great word choice. I was so excited. And he ate 3 pieces with me. And the third, he had 2 pieces.
Hawaiian bread?
Hawaiian bread.
Yeah.
He had 2 pieces. And then
best
the
bread.
third bread,
Right.
I took him up to my mom's room because I had to leave because I had to go do some work and stuff. And so I guess when he was with her, he was telling her he wanted more too. And she said he literally walked her down the stairs, walked over to the bread cabinet and was like in there, like was telling her. And he had like 2 more pieces of bread. So Zaire had like maybe 5, maybe 6 pieces of Hawaiian bread yesterday. And then last night I was changing him and he started to break out in hives. And I was like, oh my gosh, is my kid having an allergic reaction?
Yeah.
And I was like, the only thing that he had knew
was
that Hawaiian bread. So I'm over there, you know, TikTok doctor. Should have just called ZocDoc and scheduled an appointment. But
what was it?
I don't know. I gave the boy an oatmeal bath. I gave him some Benadryl, and it was gone. It was gone within like
interesting.
Not that it was. Yeah, it was gone. But it was on his stomach, on his arms.
Maybe
it was
he's
like
allergic
he started
to gluten.
To gluten. So I was so I needed to do a panel for that. But then this morning he was like taking his morning poop. And he was kind of struggling, and he
ate so much bread he's constipated.
He wasn't constipated. He also likes to eat cashews. So I don't think, you know, the babies don't eat they don't chew it all the way. So between all the bread he ate and his cashews, he was like, no! I was like, Zaire, you done it? He was like, no!
Poor baby.
So this was more so his WTF.
Yeah.
He had like a very nutty bread this morning.
Nutty poop.
WTF.
Yeah. But it was, I was like really struggling. It's like, yeah, that's all I got for y'all.
It's funny. I have a moment that happened today, actually.
What's popping?
So today I dropped off Parker, and then I was rushing home to like change so I could come here. And while I was changing and going up, I had my man go up so I can just see him before I went to work, so we can just like do a quick hi. But in the midst of that, he hasn't really like met my family yet. He's met my dad, but hasn't really met my mom. And yeah, anyways, so we all pulled up at the same time.
Oh.
More or less this is his WTF, because when we pulled up, he gave me all those that emoji face. I was like, he was like, oh shit, I guess this is the moment. And he literally sent me all the emoji faces, like
thighs are
He was like, okay. And it was funny because my parents already pulled up. Mind you guys, I live in the back house of my parents' house. So it's just funny. I just thought it was a really funny moment because we were just talking about like him meeting my mom and stuff. And then it just all just happened. And my mom is so nosy because she literally was like waiting at the door. Like, she didn't close the door. She was like,
in the door frame.
I saw you. I wasn't expecting you so soon. My mom legit like waited until I got out the car and he got out the car, and then she was like, yeah, so how was Parker's drop? I said, girl, you don't. Why are you asking me all these questions? I was like, Mom, this is so-and-so, and this is my mom. And I thought it was just the funniest moment because I'm like, girl, get in the house.
Mind your business.
Right, mind your business.
Yo.
He was cracking up. I was like, this would all...
I feel like we have really funny moments with our parents.
My mom was ready to meet him. She was like... She's like, I'm like, girl, get in the house. Go in the house.
I'm scared to like not scared, but like when I'm seriously dating someone new and it's gonna be like, oh, so and so's in town or so and so's coming by. I know it's gonna be like this telephone train.
It is.
It's gonna be like Cheyenne calls my mom calls somebody, and it's gonna be like everybody's gonna show up one day, and I'll be like, why? And they're all gonna be like.
I just feel right.
Yeah.
I was like, I told my mom the other day, I was like, I'm just not ready to like, share my relationship with you guys yet. I'm not,
Has Parker?
And you don't have to.
Yes, Parker has met him.
Okay. So you actually. Okay, so the son first before your parents.
Not officially though.
Okay.
It's I'll tell you off air.
Yeah.
But anyways, so it was just interesting because I'm not I wasn't fully prepared.
Did he shake your mom's hand? Did they give a hug?
I feel like she hugged him.
Was there any?
And I don't even know her.
What was the interaction?
No, but because
did he walk up the stairs?
No, because we both just got out the car. So like my parents' house is like you go upstairs and there's a big porch area. So she was legit just waiting in a doorway like this. I'm like, girl, go in the house. And so he was just coming up to my car, and then she started talking to me about like Parker's drop off, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I know what she wanted me to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, girl,
while you're talking to me, this is my
yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is him.
Rude.
This is my mom. She's like, I have a name, and I'm like, this is Patrice.
Patrice came spicy.
I said, girl, go in the house, and then she just smiled.
She got what she wanted out of
Yeah,
it.
she left like mine.
She's like, I got what I needed. Goodbye.
Literally. I'm like, you are a piece of work, woman. But we were
love
just
this.
cracking up after we went back to the house, and he was like, oh, she was waiting. He was like, I knew what she was waiting for.
Well, I'm happy to hear that you guys are still going strong. It seems like it's blooming.
I guess it's a new step into our little relationship.
There's
so
new layers unlocking. I
We
feel
love
like
this for
sometimes
you.
also this is God unlocking layers. Even
Yes.
with, this is like when we submit to God, it's like, oh, I guess this was when it was supposed to happen versus doing some big official, let me stress myself out and have all these unneeded expectations of how it's gonna be.
I love that you just said that because
It's
I don't.
nice for it to be natural, organic. So when
And
it
random.
does happen, it'll be like that first layer of
The spooks. Yeah. Hey, girl.
Yeah, right.
It's already
Now he
happened.
knows her name.
Okay, Mom was giddy. She was like, "Oh yeah."
It's her anniversary, so she was already giddy.
Is it your parents' anniversary?
Yeah.
How many years has it been?
I think I want to say it's either 38 years or maybe 40.
That's amazing.
Around maybe around that many years. Because my brother, I'm
just like, wow.
I'm
is like they're just still
34.
talking.
Yeah, I'm 34. Steven's 30. Is gonna be 36.
Mm-hmm.
And my oldest is maybe 40. So yeah, maybe 40 years.
40 years.
Wow,
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so both of them are just so giddy at home right now. Called me this morning hey, we're gonna be say happy anniversary to us. All right,
Maybe
happy
we should stay as
anniversary.
far away from that house
Yeah.
as possible.
Don't
today.
go home.
going
Don't go
inside.
home. Yeah, don't go home
I'm
later.
not going inside
No.
that house. But
I
yeah,
love that. That's beautiful.
It is.
I pray one day I could be
40
like,
years
me
of
and my mans
marriage.
have been together for 40 years.
and I've seen them
Gotta
go
find the
through
man
their
first.
their stages,
Insert
but
man.
yeah, 40 years of marriage, and I feel like they're in these last couple of years. It's they refound each other, so
I
they
bet.
play so much, going
Yeah.
different places, go hang out with their friends and smokes and do
They have
sleepovers.
a whole sleepover.
They
with
do
their other
sleepovers
friends.
and
It's because their kids are out of the home.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can have a life.
they have the best
Yeah.
life.
That's beautiful.
I love that for them.
Do you have any? Sorry, I took a good amount.
No, that
but
was a great.
No,
That was a great
I
tangent.
feel like I don't have a WTF.
You don't have anything?
No.
It's all good.
Do I have a WTF?
I don't know. I feel like I
Do you
always
have any
WTFs.
advice
They're
or
just
anything
not that big of a
or
deal.
your intentions? We didn't ask you your intentions.
Oh yeah. Do you have any intentions?
Oh, do I have any
for this
intentions?
season?
After hearing all those,
There were
good-
so many good ones. I feel like I do have an intention actually. One thing I've really recently wanted to do is start taking my kids back to church.
Mhm.
I mean, I grew up in the church, and that was one thing that I had with my grandma, and so my kids are fortunate enough to have experienced their great grandmas as well. And I think now that all the pandemic craziness has calmed down and churches are open, that's definitely something I've been wanting for my kids.
Mm-hmm. It's important.
Yeah, I think it is, because I think they have to make that connection with who is God and be in church in order to that's going to foster the relationship.
Yeah.
Whether it's the introduction of Sunday school or it's just also I don't make the time. Prioritizing that as something, if it's as important to me as I say, I have to follow through. So that's another thing, is following through
With your intention.
with my intentions.
I love that. See, well, there we go.
Yeah,
I
look
love
at-
that. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in today. And again, thank you for opening up with us and setting your intentions with us. Please go follow us on Instagram,
YouTube,
all the
social media,
whatever
platform.
I can't think right now.
Don't forget to tune in every
On your
Monday
favorite,
on your favorite podcast platform, and
That's what I was
follow us on
trying to
Instagram, on YouTube. Make sure you turn on your notifications, leave comments, reviews. We're here for it. You can find me on social media at arkylin.
And you can follow me at Hair by Shannon C.
And where can we
And
find you?
thanks for having me on the podcast again. And my Instagram is exorabiana.
I love it.
And shout out to Shy's Snapchat family.
Yes.
Y'all did that. So have a good day.
And don't forget to tell your crew
about our crew.
Our crew.